Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I'm Henry Higgins and this is our second music review in as many weeks. Now, I did mention in the last review that music is important to a great many of us. That should go without saying. Music can evoke so many emotions, it can recall so many memories, can soothe pain, elicit joy, and much more. This time out, we're reviewing Bright Kelly's Flutter and Wow. It's a lo-fi acoustic album inspired by the nostalgia of listening to music on cassette. And for some of the younger viewers here, that's what MP3s were on before CDs. And this has been recorded to be as true to the cassette era as possible and that the technology allowed. The album itself has 11 tracks, and as we did with Kate Nix's EP on the last video, we'll give you a quick sample / review of each of the individual tracks before recapping and scoring the album overall. Though to shake up things, we are going to keep the star ratings for movies and TV shows going forward with a new scorer logo for music. So that leaves me with just one question. Are you with me? Transition! The album itself opens with I Me, and it immediately grabs you with a sense of intimacy. There is an evoking of a David Gray-esque power around the 2-minute mark that uplifts as the song carries on to its close. A more jaunty feel than the first track, In the Dark would not be out of place in the first Life is Strange game soundtrack. For anyone who knows me, anyone who's followed me online, the Life is Strange soundtrack, the first game, is phenomenal and it adds so much to the experience of that game. This song is soulful, it's hopeful, it's a real last song before we head home feel that is quintessentially Bright Kelly from the first note to the last. I'm a sucker, a true sucker for songs that channel genuine real life moments and genuine real life feelings into the lyrics and the melodies that resonate beyond the first person view under which they had been written. Reborn, the third track on the album, is obviously a heartfelt message on how Bright felt becoming a father for the first time, and any parent, any good parent, knows exactly how that feels. How your life is changed in an instant despite you having the better part of a year to actually prepare for it. This song, Reborn, is majestic and it is the crowning achievement on an album filled with them. Track 4 touches on political themes in a subtle way, and some not so subtle, while being a great tune in its own right. Singing along is a given. Singing together is the hope. Rolling on to track 5, and to paraphrase Eric Draven from The Crow, nicotine is bad for you. However, this nicotine is something you do want running through your veins. As with a lot of Bright Kelly's output, there is a journey of personal struggle behind what, on the surface, appears to be a jaunty musical interlude. But you peel back the layers and you'll find yourself in the lyrics and understand that it's okay to not be okay all of the time. Track 6 was the first song I'd heard from the album, as Bright had released a tease of it as the album was coming together, and that may have a part to play in it, but also in its own right. Since I Weathered the Storm is my personal favourite to sing along with. As a follow-up to Nicotine, the previous track, it works so well, and as a song of personal empowerment and a realisation of one's own self-worth, it really excels. And there are songs that you enjoy, and there are songs that you connect with in such a way you can no longer imagine your life without those songs. And Since I Weathered the Storm is Bright Kelly's contribution to that playlist. A through pattern of the songs on the album is introspection, and arguably this encapsulates that in the most obvious way. The opening, for me at least, invokes a comparison with Seasick Steve, Mumford & Sons, and how you feel about that will likely form your reaction to Shake Till the Fever Is Gone overall. Or you may interpret it completely differently, which is, to be fair, to be open, is the magic of music. Coming towards the end of the album, track 8, When It's Time, is another song that has obvious personal resonance due to the birth of his daughter and the love he has for his wife. But Bright fashions a lyrical journey we can all follow along with and feel part of the whole. Bright Kelly has a distinctive voice and a distinctive way of using it, and this song exemplifies that trait in spades.
Like the one who bid me fine.
When I Will Raise Up kicked in, my first thought was opening of patriotic event, and I visualised Bright on stage with a group of backing dancers slowly swaying, fingers clicking as the crowd swells with pride. This would be, bearing in mind that I'm a UKian from UK land, the antithesis of those cringy right-wing fundamentalist rallies we've been subjected to over the last 5-6 years. It would be patriotism done right. Going into the penultimate song, I wasn't expecting the modulation on Bright Kelly's voice for this one, based on the premise of the album and what had come before. It evokes a dark, to me anyway, it evokes a dark, non-campy version of the visual of a villain like Skeletor in the Masters of the Universe movie, saying kind, uplifting words in total contradiction with the vocal intonation and resonance of the voice. It is at odds with the overall concept, though it still works as a song in isolation, but as part of this homage to lo-fi cassette-based nostalgia, at least for me, it seems glaringly out of place. The last track on the album, Siren Song, is another cut that would perfectly soundtrack the best house party as it would the biggest stadium with thousands singing along. As I mentioned in the Kate Nix review, and I've mentioned it before in other things as well, a blessing and a curse I have is that when listening to music I picture a movie or a TV scene to accompany it. With Siren Song, that scene is where a group of friends have drifted apart due to a misunderstanding or an indiscretion on one group member's part, which has led to the group moving on and kind of going their separate ways. But we now have a montage of them all at their various locations being reminded of what they are in danger of losing outright. Realising that, one reaches out then to another until they come together, and the song carries on as the credits roll with our friends reunited. Transition! And there we have it, friends. Flutter and Wow. A passion project that lives up to the term. as Bride Kelly's passion permeates through all 11 tracks across the entire runtime. As mentioned, each track is worth a listen, even with I Wish You the Best feeling out of place when considering the concept of the album's creation. There will be links in the description below where you can obtain a copy of Flutter and Wow, plus check out more music from Bride Kelly himself along with his band, The Great Enough. Overall, Flutter and Wow, having listened to all the tracks, having re-listened to them, having them grind through in my brain, Flutter and Wow receives 4.5 microphones out of a possible 5. And I'll leave you with this. In wrestling, Buddy Murphy, now known as Buddy Matthews, was touted as wrestling's best kept secret. After listening to this and having listened to his previous work, Bride Kelly arguably is music's best kept secret. And hopefully he will be a secret no more. Please like and share the video, subscribe to the channel, check the links below. Don't know why I'm pointing down there, they're not down there. And you have a great day whenever you're watching this. Goodbye.